And when I woke up, that old man's, my grandfather's engine, that's what woke me up. He come to get me, eh? And then I told him what I had dreamt. And he says, you'll see all those things in the future. And I have 5 children, eh? I have 1 son. And the blanket that I use to do my ceremonies, star blanket, is yellow. I saw that. I saw my 1 wife. I've been in love once, and I married the woman, eh?
Imtsadomagoasit, uyayawisnitskit, tupwasamaitumts. David Magui, agotia gadits tibit, iniayawapumtat, aniganskik, giahandokhivat.
But when I was young, it was the traditional ways were new. They were just coming back. And as a matter of fact, I was the first one to be traditional, I suppose. I had braids, and I believed in what I was learning. So I started to gather kids my age. I was about 14, 13 years old. I've already been fasting, and I've already had a sweat, a little tiny sweat. And I used to go sweat out in the bush with a couple of my friends here and there. And they liked it. And I used to explain to them, this rock here, these stones have been here for thousands and thousands of years. And they're the first things that were created, then they'll be the last things left when the world ends. You know, stuff like that. And I started to get a big following from other kids, kids my age.
Inia my gaisni ganskik David, gia gais psatsad inia hudiam, nastati jikana gwnia. Magomag bistroyo, jikspina daitemia. Namudin had chiguyo, nia zagoyo gadi tot, gia yabits ajida maimigot ajimizabitsta.
One morning I was sitting at home, and my dad said, there's people here to see you. And I went in and to the living room, and they had their Bibles. You know, they're there to pray for me and stuff. So they were praying for me, and I didn't know what to do, they were holding my head, and they were telling the devil to come out of my body and stuff like that. So I played a trick on him. I started going, ooh, whatever. There was no devil in me. And so, just to ease them, just to satisfy them, I told them that I'm okay now. And I kept up doing the little gatherings that I had. One point we had about 80 kids in the bush, and I was the boss, and I got used to that. You know, do this, do that, this is what we need. You know, I got used to giving orders. And I didn't want to abuse that. I didn't want to take that to my head. I was very, very careful. And one morning, I was called to go to a meeting with chief and council and some religious people in the reserve. I got interrogated at this meeting about what I was doing, and you know, they were telling me that what you're doing is it's dead, it's gone. You know, religion came into our lives. We found Jesus. We don't need you to do this kind of thing anymore. It's devil worship. You know, so they asked me to leave the reserve, and it was a band council resolution. And my grandfather didn't leave. He says, nobody's going to take me away from, but you should go, he said. You should go and explore the world. And I thought to myself, I never been out of the, out of the nest, so to speak. It was the best thing for me. Um, it was good for me to leave the reserve, to experience. I had to learn how to speak English. I had to learn what money meant in this world, how to survive.
Inia magajiwi trugud de biwa with the David inia gaisa bumtat gisnak sho ajina shoskik intwiwi de biwa outit. Magumag jack inia ho buamoan, Genia gaiso waptik jagoyo, intabako dashumanuit, zagzajitagunit its joa.
The first year I had 63 dancers. That's the most dancers that, I freaked out, I panicked. That's a lot of dancers, and the lodge was not that big. And after a while, I had about 124 dancers in a Sundance lodge. That's the most I ever had. And these people that came to dance, they have to dance 4 years. They have a 4-year commitment. And after the 4th year, they have to take home a pipe or a lodge, instead of just dancing and go home with nothing. And so we made an effort for them to take home something. Because when I went to these communities, I would leave something, a sweat lodge, a shaking tent, a pipe, or something like that. And most of these dancers came from northern Quebec. There was 45 dancers from northern Quebec within the 4 years that I had. And I knew that they wanted something, these people, that they were hungry, that they were. And the reason why that is, for me, that there was already traditional people that went to these communities.